I do love the live stream, so I'm hoping that we can come back online with those so we can share them with our folks from around the world. For now, this is just easy breezy. Flying salutations. This is one of my favorite sequences. I will let you know that, since we have the space, do you ladies want to hop back one? And then you'll have extra room because we're going to swing. So I think you guys are okay, but yeah, let's just use the space, right? Unless you feel too far away, and then we can always switch back. But for this one in particular, because we're going to time it, that'll be really good. Yay. Okay, great. I'd love to just show you what this looks like, because as simple as it is, I do find that a bunch of people have difficulty with the ergonomics, and if we don't spray the mat, then I don't mind doing the slip and slide, but I do find other people are having trouble, they'll have trouble sticking the landing, so I'll just keep this handy, so we can keep the mats nice and moist. And then the black mats are usually fine, but you can always, if you spray those, I think they get slippery, so it's kind of the reverse material. Okay, demo time. So the flying salutations look like this. It's like Series A for Ashtanga. Everybody know that one, right? So it's like a jump back, but we fly back. So we're gonna stand with tension on the swing, praise the sky, come down. See, toes are grounded, heels are up. I'm draping my weight all the way forward. That's really an important cue. Bring your fingertips by your toes. And then I arch and look up. Exhale, lift the feet, press back. Wide straddle, upside down dog. You can do a little swagger from side to side. Just look back, be aware of the people and the walls and the things. And then I look forward, I pull forward, and I tuck through my core to get that lift. It's kind of like jumping forward. Back onto the toes, inhale, arch, exhale, round in. So I'm like spring-loaded, so I can press and come up. That's the part where people have trouble. And if that doesn't work out, don't worry about it. Just crawl up or whatever you need to do. And exhale, come on down. Fingertips by the toes. Lift the feet, press back wide. And then my feet are heavy. They're not up here. Okay, we keep them rounded. Swagger, version of swagger. We're gonna play that for quite a while. You can even walk your hands back if you need to, but the center of the mat is usually the landing pad, right? Just gonna pull up through the core to get the feet there. If you don't pull up through the core, it's gonna be impossible. What people do is walk their hands forward, see if you can keep your hands really grounded. Just pull up through the core, so you can practice just that one part. We'll break it down into little pieces where you have to lift. It is challenging, just letting you know. If it's difficult for you to come up through angel wings, which requires a lot of back strength, just walk yourself up, just like I did that last time. There's no losing anything by giving yourself a little break. So then, just FYI, if you don't love the flying salutation, some people love it, some people don't, then we're gonna do this portion, which you could just skip right to, where you just pick up your feet, float back, and then pull forward, so you don't have to nail the fingertips by the toes. So just know if that first part doesn't go well, there's a second option, which is usually how I teach it at festivals and stuff, because they're not interested in doing like Ashtanga for the most part. So then you can just fly inside. And if you need more grip, just spray when you need to, okay? Let's try it. Okay, standing in the center of the mat. Bring your toes just a little bit more forward, like on top of the circle. There you go. So we're gonna have to really press, press, press. Swing down to the top of the legs. That's also really important. Remember, the crown of the head at first points towards the sky, even when we come forward. Then we lower through the chest. Beautiful, guys. That's the wings. Good. Fingertips right by the toes. All the way back. Keep pushing the hips forward, all the way back. I know, that's the first part. You're like, what? Fingertips by the toes on the ground. So you have to push your hips forward so you're up onto the toes. Yeah, like that. Okay. Then you pick up your feet, press your hands into the earth. Come into a wide immediately, Amy. Wide, yeah. I'm like, why? Watch out for the triplets. Everybody's legs are way too high. Remember, ground them. Yes, level with the hips. There you go. A little swagger from side to side if you have the room. Feels really good. Even lower, Oshana. Lower with the feet. Low. Yes, there we go. Keep it low. That keeps a nice hook. That's our pivot point. Okay, now use some momentum here. Keep your fingertips on the ground. Don't walk your hands forward. Keep them in the center of the mat. But you pull up through the core and let your feet land. Fingertips by the toes by your fingertips. Pull in all the way. Yep, that's the hard part. And then ground through the feet. We're going to inhale, lift, exhale, round in, and then inhale up through angel wings. Just try it. Yeah, press the hips forward the whole time. Yeah, good. And then come on back down. Fingertips by the toes. Lift the legs wide, wide, wide. Coming into the upside down dog. Yeah, down. Heavy, heavy feet. So look at your feet and make sure that they're in alignment with your hips. Yeah. And then we can sway from sides. Good. And then we're going to inhale, pull forward. Land your toes by your fingertips. Try not to move your hands. That's the hard part. And then from there, inhale, lift. Exhale, round in. So you're kind of spring loaded. And then press into your feet. Come up through angel wings. Beautiful, guys. All the way. Lift, 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 lift. There you go. And then praise the sky, hands overhead. That's the challenging part. Now let's just try it. Let's go ahead and lift our feet and let our hands land in the center of the mat. Fly back. We have to time it. Everybody work together. And then pull forward and let your feet land as far forward as you can. As far forward as you can and come up to angel wings right away. There you go. And then lift your feet. Land your hands in the center of the mat. Wide, wide, wide. And then pull forward and land your feet to the front of the mat. All the way up. I know. That last little bit. Stay lifted even more, all the way up. Yeah, so crown of the head towards the sky, remember? Yes, and then lift the feet, go wide. Yay, fun. Flying salutations, and then pull forward. Lift all the way up. So you have to lift as your feet are coming down, right? Instead of folding, so you're in like a plank, right? So you stay like the torso in a straight line, and then you're all the way up already. So just try it. It's very strong on the back. Yes, Petra, good. That was it. Could you feel it? It's totally different. There you go. Hello. Hello, my friend. Yeah, that's a whole nother class. The partner Valentine's Day yoga. All right, touch me. That's how you play that. No. All right. Beautiful, guys. That's it, Holly. How did that feel?
I got it, yeah.
You got it, yeah. Really strong on your back. Is everybody feeling your back? Okay, so let's stretch the back. So let's just bring it back down. Pretend like we stayed, and then we're going to walk it into a wide straddle. Okay, so what I usually like to do here is counterbalance with just some nice long lines of energy through the spine. And then I'm going to come into a twist. So I'm going to walk both hands towards my right ankle. Yeah, hold that if you can. Oh, look up towards the sky. And then walk both hands over to the left. Keep holding on with your right hand on your left ankle and twist. Left arm towards the sky if you can. All the way up. You might get a nice adjustment. All right, let's walk it back over to the right, holding on with the left. Right arm reaches up. Twist. Can you feel that underneath the shoulder blades? Anybody else getting a really big release? That's how we can get little therapeutics in there. Okay, come on back. We're gonna come to center, different twist. Plant the right hand in the center of the mat. Left arm towards the sky, just like we do for a standing splits twist. Reach over behind your bum for the far end of the swing. Reach up as high as you can, and then roll it open. Drop your head, ear to shoulder. So amazing, all the way down into piriformis, SI joint. Release both hands back down, just take a pause, shake it out. We're still in our wide straddle, turning the heels out, toes in. Plant the left hand all the way in front of you as far as possible, so it's like a football stance. And then reach back behind you, far edge of the swing, as high as you can, and then drop your head, ear to shoulder, that's it. Beautiful, guys. I usually lean into it a lot. You guys both, you're all grounding both heels, which is great. That's typical for alignment. But if I press into my right toes, I can get a deeper stretch. pressing over to the left. Awesome. This way, yeah. Rolling open. Woo! Deep stretch. Okay. So then we're going to end with our Superwoman. So we're going to reach back with both hands. So be careful of whatever's behind you so you don't have a collision. Or maybe we can time this so we all do it together. You can always bend your knees, okay? So your chest is level with the earth. Pick up your feet. And you gotta time it. So Shoshana, come back down and time it with her. So you have to time it with her since she's behind you.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay.
There you go, wide legs. Make room for your buddies if you need to.
Cheers, let me know.
I know. Well,
I'll try it. I'm ready.
Go.
I'm
You have to time it. Go. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna kick you.
Really? You're very long. Yeah, so usually a Superman's good to do one at a time, right? So that's our fun pose at the end. Okay, any questions about that? That is practice, and you'll get it.
Go for it.
There you go. Lift your chest all the way up. Yeah. So it's always fun to end with the Supermans. So we'll try to do some of that today. We're going to do another Superman that's a little bit easier in our class today. We're just going to see who shows up. We're like these poor people didn't know what's going to happen. No, it'll happen. What's up?
I want to raise my swing up. I feel like maybe because my body weight on the top of my, I just feel like
Well, here's an easy. Do you know how to do the easy double hook? No. So you don't have to actually take the. The swings are designed to have a double hook. Yeah.
Awesome.
So that way you don't have to move the carabiners and just try it. Yeah. That way, especially you don't have to go get the step stool, take it down.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it's a double hook. I don't have the swing like that all the time because, like, in time it'll degrade the sewing. But for short, quick, it's okay. Okay. So now try it. See if you like it. Does anybody have any questions about 9B? Okay, applying salutations. Okay, let's just go right into. Does that feel better?
Yes.
Yeah. Keep the chest lifted, head up. So your head isn't pointing towards the ground, right? You have to really keep the chest lifted so that way the legs don't go up towards the air. So legs lower. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Yeah, so you just get your hands as high as possible.
People like Lauren who are really, like their thoracic spine is really open. Is that like the optimal, or do you also need to work on not closing or not opening, displaying this too much?
In these poses? Yeah, these poses aren't as solar plexus oriented as some poses that I really focus on that part of the body. But in general, we're opening up the shoulders and we're like pulling in and up through the core in all of the poses. So yeah, so more in like the way that I usually have people think about it is you pull your belly button up and you pull your pubic bone down. So you get this kind of in and up, and then at the same time grounding. That's what we want to do in all the poses. These poses in particular, I don't notice it being, because it's so back here, but our arch is not from the lower thoracic, our arch is from the upper thoracic, right behind the heart. And so when people are really tight in the upper back, they usually just splay out the ribs and bend their neck instead of actually just moving from the heart and getting that lift. I find most women actually are just the opposite. Their rib cage is really tight and it doesn't fan out and do the accordion thing. There's just, that's more common. So breathing into the intercostals, that's like a whole nother thing that we can go over in the AerialX program. So, but yeah. Upper thoracic spine is where we arch from.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
But not the neck.
Yes, please not the poor neck and poor lower back. They're already kinked in that direction, and behind the heart, behind the sternum, because most people think their heart is up here. Just kind of funny. Anyhow, so right behind the sternum, there's like a platter for the body to sink into. So the lower back can stay long, the neck can stay long, and it's like leaning back into this platter that can hold us. So we're going with that curve. That's basically what we use the swing for, right behind the heart. That's why that placement right behind the sternum. This woman was like, where is your heart? I was like, oh, right, because she was thinking it was up here.
That's where you're taught to do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I know, yeah. I was like, right. Yeah, it's much more in the center of the chest, but it's good. Okay, let's go right into 9C. I'm going to go ahead and index this. So we have some easy review videos.